Texas out of bounds play. Just dive a guy and sneak a guy in behind the action. Very well done by.
Would he do that?
Well, I think he could, because Tennessee is at their best right now, really ripping and running.
Country and adjusted tempo. If it seems like the SEC is running a lot, well, you'd be right. So in all of college basketball, among conferences behind only the MEAC. Loose ball controlled by Vescovi, who comes out of there with it and will push for the balls. And here's another early three, Jaden Springer.
But I want to know, what does he do to develop that quick release for all of his shooters? Watch Virginia Tech play. By
putting their foot on the gas, because they haven't been, Jimmy, a very efficient half-court offensive team over the course of this season. Fulkerson running the floor.
What Rick tells us today, Fulky's got to be Fulky. That means you have to stay out of contact plays and use your speed like you've done the last 3 years in that Tennessee uniform.
The lefty Wheeler misses going to his right. Vescovi open for three. The hockey game. Picked up early fouls, finished with 4 of them, and played only 9 minutes. And that win at Rupp. Tennessee was down 8 in the second half and pulled off. Wobbly getting off the boat, but I think he had a good time. I think it's a great example, Jimmy, the coaches learn from other coaches and other leaders across sports, whether it be Jack Jim and John Harbaugh or on the baseball side. Here's Wheeler trying to
push him right, aren't they? Huh?
Yeah. Shot clock at 4. Kamara tried to thread the. Rick Barnes has gone deep in his bench. Devontae Gaines already on the floor. Victor Bailey, a starter first half of the season. Another Georgia turnover, back-to-back possessions, their 4th turnover of the night. Springer on 3 for UT. Justin Kier all the way in.
Doesn't miss many.
Thing has cooled considerably. Wheeler dumps it. All the disruptions that coaches are dealing with during a pandemic.
I think it is, because you didn't have the
finished by Katie Johnson. And that's Tennessee trying 15 points a game worse without him on the floor.
Tom, he's probably the best they have at going by his defender. And everybody, of all Twitter, is good to me.
They take no days off. Tie up it.
Well, first of all, I think they do a phenomenal job of protecting the elbows. And next time Tennessee's on defense, just kind of walk.
Georgia's picking its spots when it wants to push the tempo. Here's Eder in the corner. Ability to get more playing time over the course of the season by just doing the simple things. His dad was a college basketball player.
Walk on, right?
Yep. On some of the great guards in this league, you're going to have hands full. There's Kamara.
Faust is going to look different at that shortstop especially.
You think the Buccaneers would look different without your guy Tom Brady?
Oh, man.
Slide by Sprint.
And Tom Green has to recognize it. Maybe not so much ball screen action for 2 and black, but he has to.
On the glass. Rebound number 4 for Georgia's big. He's versatile, but he gets it stolen away by Anasicki. Tennessee will run. Springer.
Much room to grow and improve as anyone in this league. I could see them in that Elite 8 game where you're 1 game away from getting to that final. I've never been great with numbers. I've never been great with numbers. I think right now they could win their first 2 games and we'll go from there.
That's fair. It'll be really interesting to see. 2. Kentucky's net 80. You go up to Rupp and you get a win. Victor Bailey rattles in a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. Tennessee's opened up a 14-point advantage now. Fulkerson with the deny inside. Vescovi gets on the floor along.
You're wrong if you don't get on the floor.
Wheeler's had a quiet half. Still hasn't scored. He's 0 for 3 now with 3 assists. Can't get to his leg again. Wheeler.
Tennessee has really caused him problems in this first half. And Georgia just played through those late clock games.
Tennessee 7 of 13 from 3. Here's Wheeler again. Springer, double club Springer.
Okay.
Scobie will drive. There's Springer. Extra pass for Bailey. Seconds left. Wheeler to push. Here's Kamara, poked away. 3 on the clock. Loose ball. They come out of there with it. Bailey at the buzzer.
Georgia goes zone to start the half.
First half for Xavier Wheeler, just 2 points. Is he really doing a good job taking the paint? Came in with 134 assists on the season. There he is going left, and he coughed it up, taken away by Springer.
Yeah, Tom Crean felt like there's some contact on Xavier Wheeler coming off that ball screen. Together, not 4 games in a row, but they're going to have to get in a couple of ball games in that tournament that they've got to shoot the ball like they are tonight. If they do, they... charge that this kid has in his game, that people on the planet that can do what he just did. Am I wrong?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Huge step for a first-year player to figure that out. He's back to Johnson again.
Yeah. Let him dunk it from there.
Happened. Yeah, not nearly at the rate that we thought. And these guys, man, first of all, the best officials that we have in this league, they love ball by being an official. Stay with us so far, at least the next TV timeout, because we're going to watch that dunk again. We're going to show it every TV timeout.
Can we just 2-box it and show it on a loop?
Phenomenal one, right? Off of an inbounds play one time.
Bias, obviously, because they have had all. Every game is what he does, digging in the historic. Springer trying to get in.
Outside the restricted arc. Dunks over the entire...
This is going to reach Brussels before long. Can we quit showing this? Because some teams, Jimmy, didn't find their identity until the calendar turned to February, and now as Tennessee tries to turn up the gas.
I guess the question that everyone's going to be asking Rick Barnes afterwards is, what's wrong with Yves Pons? Is this something that's just a soreness that you're making sure he's full speed? Is it something?
Now he's had to turn up the tempo a little bit.
Well, he was very real with us. Tom was. There's that talking about first half, especially what turned over right at 30% of their possession.
Indiana, his team shot better than 38% from 3. Play at a higher tempo. Kamara couldn't knock it down.
Wheeler gets a lot of palm on that basketball as a shooter. There's some highs, some lows. I trust all 3 of those teams we just had up there. That's a big thing. And player of the year to not rank in the top 10 in anything? Like, has that ever happened?
Incredible dunk on the baseline against Kentucky. This is very similar to that Keon Johnson.
That's where that run game starts, man. Your ability to force a tough look, clean up that board, and go.
Jaden Johnson at 21 in his Georgia debut. Header with the board. Springer jumped on the left, forced a turnover.
Just totally engaged Tennessee is, and it doesn't surprise me. You and I both have been in Tennessee film rooms, but you better have an answer. When we ask a question, are we all clear on how we're defending in this game? That
including 7 of 15 from 3. Into 29 points. Fagan has 8.
And Tom Crean has that full court press in his back pocket. I would expect him to spring it here for a couple possessions. A little shaky with it at times.
Garcia started that.
Usually pretty good about getting their body on your body. They go attack it. That's a really good play. He didn't try to make a play at the rim that he shouldn't have made. Got knocked down the open shot. Be with the basketball over the last 3 minutes. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's been about a 9. They live it next game type team. Good teams don't make those.
A&M and Florida coming to you on the SEC Network on Saturday, 8:30 Eastern. Tied his career high with 23, back-to-back 23-point games.
Typically, Tom Crean right now would get Xavier Wheeler going to his left, making a play.
Something indeed.
I don't know what it was, but something happened.
Wheeler penetrates. DM one day. Trying to lead Georgia to a come from behind win. 9-point game now, and Wheeler picks pleading his case.
This guy been
7 of 8 from the floor.
Back-to-back big games by Springer. 23 at Rupp, now 24 tonight.
Wheeler trying to reverse it, gets stuck under the rim. James comes down with it. Vescovi, wide open to Springer. Blocked by Kamara.
Easily be a 6-point game right now if Georgia made their last 2 or 3 rim shots. Man,
Holman fell out.
That would have ended it.
J.D. Johnson.
Going to get Wheeler off the ball and try to get it back to him. That's a nice play.
Pressure again. Springer brings it down.
I cannot tell you the risk value of that pass. Just 70% in this game. Let's see what he does.
Wheeler left his feet. Big swing. Here's Horn. J.D. Johnson.
Go. Vescovi's automatic.
Johnson will take it all.